against me, I have James from Lightfoot brothers.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Alright, thanks.
Okay, so what's the name of the game that you're making?
The name of the game is Mystery Of Woolley Mountain, and I'm having a lot of fun making it.
That's awesome. We'll come back to that. I've got to ask a few retro-related questions.
Yeah.
Right? What was your first gaming experience?
Well, my first gaming experience was the Spectrum 48 came, and I got it for Christmas, and I remember playing Match Day.
Yes, I know that game very well.
John Whitman,
Yeah, I think he's on the side.
Yeah. I'd like to meet him. He's my friend on Facebook.
He lives in Canterbury now, does he?
Wow.
So maybe we meet up and do a couple of things.
Yeah, nice.
So what got you to program the Spectrum by any chance?
Yeah, so I used to try and make games in BASIC on the Spectrum. I was terrible at programming, and all the games I made were rubbish, and I've still got them. I've still got a couple of the games, and they are just really bad. I put a clip on YouTube of a game called Cars, and it starts off and it goes, which car do you want, 1, 2 or 3? And you could write, potatoes in there, and they go, well done for choosing the car you chose, because I didn't understand random input and stuff.
Good way to learn.
I loved it. I used to draw the covers, draw on the tapes, and put them in the packaging. And that's what I've always loved about the gaming world, is the experience. Opening the box, the design, the artwork.
Yeah.
Just the experience of playing.
I was a very big Ocean fan,
My favourite software house.
I think one of mine too.
What's your favourite game?
That's a tough one, really. Put me on the spot there. Which
One of those,
there's many of them. Like Robocop's my favourite.
Spectrum. Have you met John?
I've spoken to him. I've interviewed him on the site.
Right, yeah.
I'm quite friendly with Stu Cambridge, the artist. He's done all the art for Cannon Fodder, Tentacle Golf.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so when you get more time after the game, have a look at some of the interviews on the site.
Yeah, certainly.
So, what development tools are you coding your current game with?
So I'm using Unity, and I tried to. It's my first game, so I've never coded before. I've never made a game before. So I just kind of read 5 different books on C#, and it took book 5 until it started to make any kind of sense. And then I got into Unity and found that there's a lot of great assets, and it's a very easy tool to use to make a game.
I find it astounding that you've done all the art of that game and everything has just been done by one person. It's amazing that you can do it with the tools and the editing like yourself.
But yeah, it's a labour of love, it's a passion project. It's something that I enjoy doing so much that I prefer to do it, not in a way.
Obviously inspired by Tentacle, Monkey Island.
Yeah, Tentacle, Monkey Island, all the LucasArts great adventure games, broken sword adventure games, but also some great 1980s TV shows that I love, like The Trapdoor, Chorlton and Wheelies, Phantom Tollbooth, all those, that whole presentation, atmosphere, world that they captured inspired me a lot in making this game. The whole intro of the game is very much inspired by that.
That's brilliant. I mean, my colleague Chris had a go at the game earlier and he spotted you at the ZX Spectrum.
Yeah. There's a Spectrum in there, and you can actually get 3 games that you can play on the Spectrum. And one of the games is a text adventure.
We love the old school text adventure.
That you have to play to get progress. Yeah.
That's a very clever way of doing it.
I think Easter eggs, that kind of games within games, I love. So there's an arcade machine in the game that you have to play, and then one of the Spectrum games is a Spectrum version of the arcade game. So I just like.
That's a nice touch. I heard that there might be a couple of other Easter eggs, some sort of quality retro side.
There might be.
You want on that one?
Yeah.
So after the completion of the game, what would you think the next step forward?
Well, I want to make another game. I want to make another game. I want to keep making games. I want to just do that.
Is this a bit of a exclusive that you were saying earlier that you've got a little bit of work with Huey?
It is, yes. I mean, that will be announced soon. But yeah, I'm going to be signing signing tonight. In fact, it's gonna. I guess the only reason we keep it in there or not is that renegade will probably press release about the Kickstarter.
Okay, I'll speak to Rob about that.
Yeah, see what Rob says.
See what he wants me to do with that. That bit. Yeah, that's some news.
Yeah, it's great. It's, you know, like I'm loving Cusa, Technician's Head, video, Positron.
I've been playing a lot of it tonight, though. I've kept
I've got Simon Ryan as well. It's fantastic graphics, fantastic animation. Like, you know, Cusa is like a cinema quality. It's exciting. It's quite amazing.
You know, the heritage.
Well, yeah, I mean, to come full circle, you know, it's pretty.
Well, so if you make another game, do you have any idea? Would it inspire, would it be another adventure game, or would it be some other favourite genre like a shoot up?
Well, I'd like to do a platform shoot. That's what I'd like to do next. Unless, you know, Woolley Mountain is so huge that they want to see.
Well, yeah.
Or maybe I'll still do something else in between and then come back and do a sequel. Purely because I think it's important to completely get out of the genre and come back again so make a break for a share from it. Otherwise you get a bit, you know, stagnant.
Yeah, exactly. So from what I've seen in your game, I've not seen a lot of success.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, you know, the feedback I'm getting from the experts I do is phenomenal. All ages are loving it. You know, a guy played it earlier and he just laughed out loud at the dialogue and humour, and that's very important.
So is there anything else you'd like to say about your game? Go into anything about the making? What inspired you to make it? A little bit more how you got to come up with the storyline?
I think I've always loved movies, I've always loved games, I've always loved great books, I've always loved art. You know, I love stories. What I love about making this game is all of those passions of mine are perhaps into one. You know, so when I make this game, it's almost like I'm playing and it's something new every night. That's why I kind of know I love making games, because the process of making it is as enjoyable as playing. Yeah, if that makes sense. Sometimes it drives me insane that there's blah 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 and I just want to jump off a cliff. But overall, I love it. You know, all the sketches I do, all that kind of stuff is just, you know, which reminds me of, I owe you. You were here tomorrow, weren't you? Got it on tape, I promise. And then I in the book, I did a nice place.
Cool. So, I'm going to ask you a few retro questions. One, I think I want to say, what is your favourite type of my personal one is Monkey Island 1.
Mine is Monkey Island 2. I just, you know, Monkey Island 1 is amazing and classic, but 2 is bigger and better graphics, and I love the ending, you know, the twist, all that. I just really, it was just such a wonderful experience.
Did you play the HD remake?
Yeah.
Really Monkey Island again on the 360, I think it was.
Yeah, I got the HD remakes, and I love that you can press that button.
Retro in
Wonderful.
yeah, very nice, very nice. So do you own any current games consoles?
I have a PS4.
Maybe I'm
Yeah, I love my PS4, the new PS4 Pro. And I think one of the nicest things would be when this comes out on PS4. It'll be out on Xbox One as well, but to be able to download it, you know, and have that experience would be pretty special.
Any plans for VR mode? That is a joke, by the way.
Yeah.
So you said, you know, early on about bad games. You've got a particular game or any era that you think is the worst game you've ever played. Mine's probably Rise of the Robots, I would say.
Oh, Rise of the Robots, yeah, that was bad. Such a nice game. Worst game. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one. I think I used to have this weird thing back in the day where I really want to play the games that are like 8% zap or crash. I remember having like 6%. I want to play that and see why it's so bad. So I used to do that a lot. You know, intriguing in the bad games. So
bad as everyone says.
It was worse.
It was worse. I can't take that time back, unfortunately. And finally, is there anything else you'd like to say to viewers about the game and say why they want to buy this game?
I think this game, there's humour, there's adventure, there's action, there's sadness, there's all the emotion trapped up. Every pixel is a labour of love for me, and everything into it.